I'm Tim Carter, founder of AskTheBuilder.com, and I'm here in my garage and I just unpacked a brand new residential ice machine. It's the Scotsman SCN60, and it's their Brilliance machine, top of the line, and I want to tell you a little bit about this ice machine. First of all, it accepts custom panels. So in other words, if you don't want to have the stainless steel look in your kitchen, not a problem. You can get a custom wood panel made, and it attaches easily, and it'll make the ice machine look like any other cabinet in your kitchen, much like my own dishwasher, and I have a under cabinet refrigerator that I've hidden with my wood panels. This machine comes with a pump already built into the unit, and that's in case you need to pump water up, to some other drain. So that's a very nice feature. If you need to drain the water by gravity, it can do that as well. It makes up to 60 pounds of ice per day, and not just any ice. The Scotsman machine makes the original chewable ice, and it's absolutely the most desired ice out there. It has electronic controls that are very, very nice, very user-friendly. It has an interior light, and it's the most efficient use of energy and water in this machine. 40% less energy than other standalone machines, and all incoming water is used for ice production. Now let me tell you a little bit about Scotsman and why I have really a deep history with Scotsman. Number one, when I was in my late teens, when I was in high school and college, and just after college, I worked at a chili parlor in Cincinnati, Ohio. And in the kitchen, we had a Scotsman commercial ice machine that it was like the Energizer Bunny. It constantly made ice. I don't ever recall it breaking down. It worked 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It was an amazing ice machine. Scotsman has a very rich history. They've been making commercial machines since the 1950s. And for the last 40 years, they're the leader in residential ice machines. So I can tell you that's the reason why I chose to have a Scotsman ice machine in my own home. I want to talk a little bit about installing this unit, because it's really important. If you don't install residential ice machines the right way, you're going to have problems. And there's three primary things. Number one is the incoming water line. On the back of this unit, they have a 1/4-inch OD soft copper line that you connect another 1/4-inch outer diameter copper pipe to. Don't use some plastic line, don't use some other line, don't use a saddle valve where you connect this 1/4-inch line to some other 1/2-inch line in your home. You want enough water to feed this machine. If you don't do that, you're going to have problems. Make sure there's no kinks in the water line, anywhere. So you got to make sure of that. And also, before you connect the water line, make sure you flush it out. In other words, if you've done some soldering, if you've done some cutting, there could be little chips of metal. So you don't want any of that to get into the ice machine. So make sure you turn the water on and you allow the water to flow into a bucket, and put a gallon of water in there, maybe 2 gallons. Just make sure that that water line is completely flushed out. The drain line, you don't want the drain line to be kinked, so you have to check the plastic hose to make sure there's no kinks in it, because remember, the ice inside the machine, it's melting, or if there's a power outage, the ice is going to melt. So you have to make sure that the water can get out of the ice machine to the drain, and just make sure there's no kinks. I also wanted to let you know about ventilation. It's really important. You need to make sure that there's enough clear air space in front of the unit. They recommend at least 6 inches, and that's a minimum requirement. You need to have air flowing, through the mechanical parts of this ice machine so that it can make ice. And if that air gets cut off, the machine's not going to perform very well at all. Now realize this ice machine does not have to be put in a kitchen. You can put it in other rooms. And I'm going to actually put my ice machine in my laundry room, because it just so happened I had a perfect space to put this machine. Let's go look at it right now. Hi, I'm in my laundry room, and actually we've got some clothes drying right now. So let me show you where that little narrow space is that I'm going to put this ice machine. I think you'll be amazed. Look at this. So here's the narrow space right here. And I had to build a little wood platform to jump over the exhaust pipe that leaves the dryer. But this space is like 15 1/4 inches wide, and right behind the dryer is our electric outlet. You can already see the water line has been extended up here, and the drain hose is going to go down and drop through a hole right there in the floor where the water line comes up. We're basically ready to install the unit. It's going to be very, very simple. Well, it's another day. I'm here in my laundry room, and I don't know if you can hear that noise. Listen just for a second. So that's the ice machine just chugging away. It made ice all last night, and I don't think you're going to believe what you're going to see here. It's absolutely amazing. So let's take a look at some of this amazing chewable nugget ice. Check this out. Well, there it is, down inside there. That's it's actually making some ice right now because my son just came and got some. So in fact, what happens is, see that little metal bar right there? That's basically the I guess I'm going to say the thermostat control. Once the ice builds up and touches that metal bar that holds the scoop, it telegraphs that enough ice has been made, because that bar gets a little colder than it, it gets the temperature of the ice, probably 32 degrees, and it shuts the machine down so it doesn't make any more ice. But you can see the ice dropping down right now. And let's take a look at some. Let's actually get some of the ice out and compare it to regular ice cubes. All right, so here you go. Here is the nugget ice. And here, just so you know, these are just regular ice cubes here that are made by my refrigerator or freezer. And here you can see, these are actually, just like they said, they're like little nuggets. And they're just fantastic. It's really that simple. Really, really fantastic ice. Okay, so there you have it. I have to tell you that installing the Scotsman Ice Machine was caveman simple. It was really, really simple to do. Literally just connect the water line, extend the drain line, plug it in, turn it on, and you're good to go. So I hope if you are thinking about getting a residential ice machine, give the Scotsman one a really, really hard look. And the reason why? Your dentist is going to love you. No more cracked teeth. That's very chewable. I'm Tim Carter for AskTheBuilder.com. If you want to discover more home improvement tips, go to AskTheBuilder.com.